We've officially entered into a trust recession. Skepticism is at an all-time high, information is abundant, and competition is everywhere. The General Social Survey, the longest inter-person trust survey done in the world, reveals that we are at the lowest point of person-to-person trust in the last 40 years. And this is a problem, as I'm sure you're aware, because trust is required to make a sale. Trust is to sales what alcohol is to weddings. It's a social lubricant. The less someone trusts you, the less likely they are to give you their accurate contact information, to book a sales call, to show up for that sales call, or to even pay you any money. In addition, there's a direct correlation between the amount of trust required for a sale and the price tag of that sale. So the businesses that are being hurt the most in this trust recession are high-ticket offers like you and me. And this problem is even worsening in our industry because most businesses are trying to build this desperately required trust on or after the sales call. They spend the first 5 minutes creating some kind of awkward rapport, then they use fancy pitch decks or long-winded sales scripts, and then they try to cram in as much information as possible on that call, while then hard closing and giving fake scarcity to the prospect in order to get them to buy as soon as possible. And the most ironic part of all of this is that according to a survey done by Serious Decisions, over 70% of prospects decide who they want to work with before they book their sales call. So if you're watching this video right now and you're having a hard time generating leads, sales calls, or even quality sales calls that show up, it's very likely that your current marketing and sales process don't reflect the trust recession we find ourselves in. The symptoms of this reveal themselves in high no-show rates, low close rates, low cash per deal, high refund and chargeback percentages, and an inability to scale predictably month over month. So what is the answer to all of this? How do you build trust with a prospect before they book their sales call, thus leading to more bookings and more closings? Well, the answer lies in a survey done by Google known as the 7-11-4 rule, which is where they analyzed over 1 billion buyer data points, and they were able to conclusively reveal that on average, it takes 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations to turn a stranger into a client. In short, they prove that more exposure to you and your brand leads to more trust with your prospects, which leads to more of them booking sales calls, which leads to more of them becoming clients. This means that outdated strategies like hard selling, cold emails, webinars, video sales letters, one-way funnels, fake urgency, and scarcity no longer work. Instead, you should be focusing all of your energy on building a prospect journey that can systematically and ethically manufacture that 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations required to turn a stranger into a client. The key word there is systematically. This has nothing to do with throwing up a bunch of random content online and hoping that your prospects watch it. This is about identifying the different types of messaging that your prospect needs at different stages, and then using an invisible hand to deliver that messaging on the relevant platforms. For example, it's very unlikely that you'd ever be able to make high-ticket sales through the use of short-form content like 60-second reels or TikToks. However, if you were to leverage the attention-grabbing aspect of that short-form content and then drive it towards long-form content like video sales letters or YouTube videos, you have a much higher chance of turning those strangers to clients through a multiple-step process. And that's exactly what people like Iman Gadzhi has done when he's built a 45 million plus a year business selling something in an area as saturated as SMMA coaching. Now, if you want to learn how we have systematically created this 7-11-4 rule in our business and are able to predictably generate 20 sales calls a day, every day for the last year, check out this video on your screen here.